You need to read the community guidelines. Don't skip this. Your account might be deleted. It might get deleted. Hello, it's me. I'm Steven Allen. How are you doing today? So let's talk about that. I have gotten so many videos in my feed on YouTube about people saying that their channel was terminated. Their channel was deleted. They were demonetized. Don't do what I did. They're not reading the community guidelines. And they're so much easier to read these community guidelines now. It used to be like, woo, this thing is so long. I don't feel like reading a great American novel right now. It used to be really difficult. And I feel like they made it complicated on purpose, or they just weren't thinking about it. Probably they weren't thinking about it. Like, they had attorneys that wrote these guidelines, and then they had the engineers making the platform, whether it was YouTube or whatever back in the day, YouTube, Facebook. And then people kept breaking the guidelines, and they're like, people aren't following the rules. It's like, people can't read this lawyer speak. And the lawyers wanted to have all of their ducks in a row and everything covered, so that they just made it so detailed and complicated. But now they have like their lawyer version, and then they have their community guidelines version, which is like terms and conditions. Is like the stuff that you see whenever you download some new software. It's like, read this, and then you just, hit go. The community guidelines, it's usually like a page, 2 pages. It's easier to read. It's easier to remember. Read that for any platform you're posting on, just in general, but especially if you want to grow there and if you want to make money there, or if you are growing, especially if you start to grow, read those community guidelines. If you are making money, you get monetized, read those community guidelines. Why? Because things could be happening for you, and then you could get your account deleted. And sometimes you can handle things before S hits the fan. So if you notice on, there's this app called Flip that I've been posting to. That account or that app, you can't have, you can't have multiple accounts. That's what they say in their guidelines, but also you can't, you have to post only 100% original content. So if you've been posting on Flip, and you've been posting clips of TV shows and getting views, and you've been posting reaction videos and getting views, and you've also been posting videos like this where you're just talking to the camera and you're getting views, then what you want to do is say like, okay, I need to remove these other videos that I should not have been posting. Wow, it looks like I am in Haven. Did somebody pass away? That was bright. But what you want to do is remove those videos, but not all at once. Because if you remove 15, 20, 25, 30, 50 videos all at once, the algorithm is like, what are you doing? They don't like that. No platform likes that. So remove a few every day or every other day. Because you need to kind of get to a situation where you're doing things right. Because even if it's not an issue right now, it will be in the future. On Flip, people are breaking the rules left and right. And that happens every platform, everywhere. And you just feel like, I'm doing the stuff I'm supposed to do, and I'm not able to grow. And people are posting all this crazy stuff, and they have all these numbers, and they're making all this money. How can I compete? But they will get their account deleted at some point, and you don't want to be in that position. Because you might think, oh, but I want to grow. I want to do that. And with YouTube, like they say, you can't use profanity really in the video at all. I don't think. At first it was like, it could be light, but it couldn't be a lot. And then it was like the first 8 seconds, and it just keeps changing. Most people who post on YouTube are not doing it at all. And you might think, well, I just want to do it anyway. I mean, you could, one, get demonetized, but if you do it in enough videos, they might just delete your account. They might consider it like, certain words I don't want to say. So I think I'm going to avoid that. Like, part of me is like, I need to do the rated G version of talking about stuff here, or because I post this in a lot of places on YouTube, and then my official release, the unabridged, like I don't even want to say the word, because if I do, that could be considered because what happens, the algorithm scans your video. So it looks at every word that you say, and you would think, or you would hope that it would take the words that you say in context. Because often you're saying words and in the context you're saying it in, it's completely fine. But out of context, it could look like you're saying something that is against the rules, that is not a good thing to say. I'm being very cautious with what I say with this. And it might seem like, oh, well, you're being paranoid, but it's like often the people that get hit with this stuff are the people who don't have the large audience. I'm trying to grow here. This is about growth. So people who have like even on my main account, I have close to, is it 8,000 or is it 10,000? Let me look. I was like, it's close to 10,000, but it's not that high. It's 8,000, I think. Yeah, close to 9,000. But it's been hovering around this number and not moving for so long. But I've been posting videos like this on my main account and not what the algorithm has enjoyed in the past from me on that account. I'm trying to get it to enjoy a different type of video. And so you have to kind of post consistently. I've been posting almost, see, today's the 25th. So 25 days every single day. And one video has started to get more views and it's about flip. So yesterday I posted a video about, that's my refrigerator. Yesterday on this account, I posted about flip. And on my Prillen Capital account, I posted about flip. My main account, I posted about flip. And I thought, let me see if if those videos do anything. We're back in Haven. It's a show that used to come on sci-fi. If those videos do something, then I'll post another one about flip. And that's the thing, like if you find something, and then also what I did is I did some research. So what is this video about? This is about, you need to read the community guidelines. This is a little off topic, but still I want to talk about it. So if you notice something is working, you want to keep doing that. Keep doing it until it stops working. The nice thing about having two channels, at least, because I said in a previous video, I don't know where I posted that, but you want to have at least two channels because once something starts working, you need to keep posting about that, but you're going to get tired of posting about that. So if I'm posting about flip and I have to keep posting about it day after day after day after day for a month, for 3 months, I'm going to be like, I want to talk about something else. So having a second channel means I can talk about gaming. I could talk about this, the community guidelines. I could talk about weather, I could talk about clothing, but on the other channel where I know it's working and the algorithm wants me to talk about flip, I can keep talking about it without posting other videos to kind of mess up the flow. Because that's what people do. They'll post, it works, they'll post another one, and then they're like, I don't want this whole channel to just be about YouTube growth or flip or hair products or makeup or Legos or whatever it is. But the algorithm wants you to do that. Do you want to get well known or get an audience going? Because once you have an audience, people know who you are. You can say, hey, I also post videos about this on this other channel. Check it out. And people will go over there. You can talk about other things. And if you grow a really large audience with Legos, with gardening, with makeup, with flip, with whatever it is, YouTube growth, then you can transition into other areas because you have an audience there. So maybe you have 100,000 subscribers and then you start posting, you keep posting your videos about flip, whatever's working, and it's getting you 20,000, 50,000 views per video, but you want to switch to something else and you'll start getting 1,000, 2,000 views per video instead of getting 1, 2 views per video as if it's a brand new channel, because you do have some of those subscribers that will watch the other thing. And then you just keep doing it until it grows back up to what it did, you know, when you were posting the thing before. The thing is, you have to continue posting about one similar-ish thing, which is why I think it's good to have 2 accounts, 2 channels, so you can post your other ideas and get that out. Because often it's not like, oh, I don't want to post today. It's that you don't want to post about what the algorithm wants you to post about today. But if you could post what you want to post, you would feel excited. So do 2 videos. Do the thing that the algorithm wants to see, push that out of the way, look forward to posting what you want to post on the other account, and you keep doing that. And then you keep exploring on the other account. If you hit gold on your second account, it might be worth it to make a third, not account, but like channel. It might make sense to make a third channel where you post whatever you want. And I don't think you should have like 15, 20, 35, 68 channels. No. But, you know, if you do, if it's really hitting, you get monetized, you're having income rolling in, then you can get some extra assistance. You can get an editor, you can get a producer, a production assistant, someone to help you post the videos or write the videos or make the thumbnails or film or whatever. You know, it could turn into a thing. I like the thought of this being kind of like easy in the sense of it's just me and I'm just kind of having fun. And I feel like maybe because I'm an actor, I like the thought of having a highly produced thing as something else. And this is just kind of like, not just for fun, but like more approachable, more raw, real, where there aren't as many like rigid rules. And if I want to do something that's more traditional, I would put that in festivals or try to put that on, I was about to say the name, but I don't want to say the name. It starts with an A. It's a place that rains. And they also attach Prime to the end of their name. That's only because they have so many rules and regulations about what you can say and what you can show and what you can do when you talk about them or when you mention them. So this is wild. And so many videos I put, and I need to switch the location because I'm always here these days. But honestly, you know, the most recent video that has taken off to a certain extent has been in this location. I could go outside, I could go somewhere else, but I just feel like if it's a whacking, whatever. It's not like I got thousands of views, but I posted a video about Flip and it got 100 views in less than 2 days, less than 48 hours. And typically the videos I've been posting on my main account, when people are saying, post about YouTube growth, that hasn't done anything for me. I had one video that got over 150 views after I think a week, but it just started growing over the course of 2 random days a week later, and then it stopped. The Flip video got more views, and then I looked on YouTube, searched about it, and every video that I saw about Flip got at least 2,000 views. So it seems like it is a popular topic right now to talk about. So I'm like, if that is your way in, whatever your way in is, if you're talking about a hair product, if you're talking about a certain gadget, Apple computers, Android computers, your new phone, where you live, your city, whatever it is, if it's working, like continue doing it because that is your opportunity. It's so difficult to find something that works for you, that the algorithm is willing to show people your stuff. It doesn't even have to be. Often people say it's a video that they didn't think was that great. And that's been my experience too, that I posted videos I was so excited about on my main account and they got no views or like 3 views, 5 views over the course of a few months, a year. It might've gotten up to 100, 200, 500, but it really didn't do anything. Then other videos that I just kind of put together last minute would get 10,000 views. So you don't really know. And once the algorithm does like one thing that you posted, it tries to show similar things, which is why when you start seeing something hit, you want to post at least 1 or 2 additional videos like it so the algorithm can show multiple videos to people. Because if it only sees one, it'll just kind of die off. But if it sees like, oh, people like this. Oh, you have another one with this same similar subject. I'll show that to people. That's what starts to lift your channel, and then people explore, and then they want to binge watch, and then they're like, oh, I like your personality, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So anyway, this video is about reading the community guidelines. Do that, because with what I was just talking about, growing and everything, you don't want to have all of that juice, that goodness happen for you, and then you get your account deleted, terminated, because you weren't following the guidelines. Because you were like, Joe over there has been posting videos. He hasn't been following the guidelines. He still has his account. Yeah, Joe has gotten by. But you can't walk on by. You have to do the things the way that they need to be done. But no, it's just, you never know. And then there are these large channels and they get their stuff deleted. I saw that there was this channel that they do these compilation videos. So those little viral videos about funny things dogs do or little kids do or whatever. And they took a compilation of those and they would just post it on their YouTube channel. And I don't know if they would get the permission from the creator. I guess since it's a company, they would. And maybe they got the rights to it for a certain amount of time or to post it on their YouTube channel, or I don't know how they do it, but they would post those videos. And then YouTube started saying, we don't want reused content. So they had to start doing a voiceover with the videos. And that's why you see a lot of these viral type videos with voiceovers, not necessarily a reaction video with someone in the corner, but someone just telling you what happens in the video. It's like, I can see. You ain't gotta tell me. This dog got excited and started wagging its tail. I can see the dog is excited and wagging its tail. But they do it because they can't just post it as is. They have to do something else to it. So they used to do subtitles. They can't do that because that doesn't count as transforming the video. But voiceover seems to count now. I'm sure in the future it won't, especially with AI. Because, you know, it'll be easy to just throw that on and then that'll be all over the place. So then it'll be, you have to show your face. Then you can only show the video for a certain amount of seconds and then all this other stuff. That's why I think it's better to do all original content, follow the guidelines. Often on most of these sites, you can't use profanity. You can't show certain things or talk about certain things. I would just keep that as like your base and just say, if you do want to make, because like I do make films, videos and stuff as a actor. And I have posted some of that stuff on YouTube in the past, but now I'm not comfortable about posting that because they'll kind of zoop your channel or your monetization. If you get it, when you get it, maybe you can't ever get it because you have that video there. So I would post that somewhere else, maybe a Vimeo, but you have to pay for Vimeo, for the storage if you go over a certain amount. So I'm like, I'm sure a site will pop up if it isn't already there, but I would like a place where you get engagement. You can grow organically, but you can appeal to more of an older audience because people who are grown, they use grown language and talk about grown topics. So I don't want to make videos where I can only talk as if I'm at a school, but if I make a video that's about school topics, it could go into looking like the video is specifically for that group of people. And then you get demonetized in a certain way. Because if you make videos that are about, I don't even want to say, because I don't want this video to get scanned. And they're like, this video is about this audience. But if you make videos that are for individuals that typically play with Legos, let's say Duplo, the large Legos, then those go under a certain app. They're still a part of YouTube, but they go into a certain section on YouTube and they don't get comments. They don't get ads. So you don't get the ad revenue. But it seems like you have to make videos that they are able to watch, but you can't make videos for them. Like you don't want to make videos for them because you don't want the videos to go to them. But in general, you can only make videos that they are able to watch because advertisers don't want you to say certain words or talk about certain things. It's like, what am I supposed to talk about? How can I tell a story? And then you look at like Netflix and Hulu and Amazon, you're like, they're talking about everything. So what is the platform that I can post on where I can talk about those things? Now, allegedly Rumble, but I read the guidelines there. And they were saying you can't talk about certain things too, because a lot of these platforms, they don't want you to say anything that's offensive to a certain group of people, which is understandable. I get that. But sometimes if it's like a film, whether it's like a documentary or it is fictional or it's nonfiction, whatever it is, there are people in this world that do fit in those categories and you want to address them. Like you want to bring them up. So you're not saying it's a good thing. It's just they're there. Like, let's say someone wanted to make a YouTube video about like 101 Dalmatians. That person Cruella de Vil, who is wanted to make the coat out of the Dalmatians, that could be considered really bad because, I mean, it is bad, but it's a cartoon, or was originally a cartoon. But that could be considered something that would get demonetized because you're talking about something that would harm animals. I'm like even apprehensive about saying that because the algorithm is like, you said what? But it could be considered that. However, it is the plot of a movie. So it's like, I can't talk about that in a video. And people do that and they're fine. But then there are people that do that and they get demonetized, or they get their channel deleted because they're talking about a subject that the algorithm caught and thought that they were promoting that bad behavior. So it's just a bit annoying that we're so extra cautious, or have to be, if we want to maintain our account. Because then you think, well, I'll just appeal it. A human will see it and understand. But then, like, if you're a really large channel, then they will. If you're not, then maybe they're like, no, we're sorry that you don't like our decision, but it is against our rules. And it's like, what do you do? So that's why I think keep it nice, keep it cute, especially as you're growing. As they say, if you're talking about gardening, that's pretty great. Now, I wouldn't talk about gardening plants that aren't, you know what I mean. You can talk about gardening apples, you can talk about gardening bananas and stuff, but don't talk about gardening certain herbs, you know, because that's where you fall into that category where it's like, oh, this is educational, but then you're trying to educate people to do something that isn't necessarily something you can do everywhere, or, you know, don't complicate stuff for yourself. Keep it basically work appropriate, school appropriate. And there you go. And like, it's getting difficult because even if you kind of slide over to, you know, being funny with it, that can also be taken out of context. So I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but read those guidelines and you should be good. A lot of people are just getting in trouble because they're not reading the guidelines. They think, oh, I'm just going to post. Like, you need to, and a lot of things will surprise you. Some platforms only want you to have one account. Some only want you to have a business and a personal account. Some want you to have, where you can have multiple business, only one personal. Some you can have all the accounts you want. Some have to be attached to one account. Some, they have to be separated. They all have different rules and regulations. But anyway, that's enough for now. If you have any additional questions, let me know. We can talk about this more. I'm Steven Allen. Hit the plus, hit the star, hit the subscribe, the follow, hit the button, do all the stuff. Until next time, take a little time to make art and be brilliant. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.